All right, last couple of issues for us. First of all, a sugar tax in Newfoundland. What is that? What's all that about? I think there's some states that have a sugar tax, like New York, and I guess it's on
Yeah,
sugary beverages. Is this about Newfoundland and Labrador taking care of their people, or something else going on here, or
taking
what's
care
the
of their
straightforward
debt.
scoop? Yeah, yeah. Oh, is that? It's the tax part that's got you
Well, I
interested.
mean, so I have to commend Newfoundland and Labrador for bringing up this issue. I think we need to talk about this issue. Soft drinks have been targeted for years by different countries like Mexico, European countries. You just mentioned a couple of states in the U.S. They've done it with mixed results. I mean, if the focus is to actually discourage people from drinking these products, you're probably going to achieve your goals, because what we've seen in Mexico since 2014, the consumption of soft drinks per capita has dropped, but the obesity rate has gone up, and the rate for type 2 diabetes has gone up as well. Why? Because when people want a sugar fix and they think that the product is too expensive, they'll go somewhere else. So you're not really fixing the problem. You're doing two things. You're penalizing a sector, and secondly, you're taking away money from consumers. The other thing that we've come up that we've seen in some of the research is that supply chains tend to absorb the price increase at retail. So because these are cheap to make. I mean, for a 2 liter a
Yeah.
2 liter container will cost you nothing to manufacture, so they can actually play around with margins and basically absorb the tax like there's no tax at all. So it really it really depends what you want to do. I've always believed that if you want to tax food, whatever food it is, you have to do it for the right reasons. And I'm just not sure that Newfoundland and Labrador has actually thought about all the details related to what they want to do by April 1, 2022.
Do you think this will catch on with other provinces? I mean, other provinces, I feel like coming out of the COVID era, they're going to need some revenue somehow, some tax revenue, whether it's consumption tax or other taxes. I mean, the
The
government's to put out a lot of money to keep the economy going.
What's interesting about Newfoundland and Labrador is that the beverage sector is not big there, so the lobby is not very strong. Try to do that in Quebec or Ontario. Good luck. I mean, Michael Graydon certainly would be opposed to
He'd
it.
have a new issue. He'd have a new issue
Oh
to.
yeah, absolutely. So it would be very difficult, but I wouldn't be surprised if some lobbyists would actually visit St. John's and ask governments to reconsider, because it could set a precedent. But I think that Quebec, Ontario, other provinces would be different. I think in Newfoundland, I think everyone agrees this is really much about increasing revenues for the government, unfortunately.